So let's go over this. We went over it in class. I'm only going to do one for you, but you should have notes because I told you to write notes when I was giving you the rules. So let's look at number 2. Actually, I'm going to do number 1, which is the example, and it gives you the answer already, and you're going to do the rest. I'm not going to do them with you this time. So we have from 15 to 21. They are looking for the percentage of increase. So they're looking for a percentage. So first and foremost, remember that pay attention to the questions and what they're looking for. And then you'll know if your answer does not come out to a percentage or you're not writing it in percent form, you're going to get it wrong. So step 1 is to get the difference. So from 15 to 21. Okay, again, step 1, get the difference. What is the difference between 21 and 15? It is 6. Now you have this in your notes. First, you get the difference. This is 6. Now, you get the difference and you divide it by your original number. And the original number in this case is 15. Okay, so you put 6 divided by 15. Now, the biggest trick is that you guys are not dividing correctly. As soon as you set this up in your dividend, where is the decimal? It's at the end. You have to place it at the end. Push it up. Okay, and now start setting yourself up for division. Does 15 go into 6? No. How many times does 15 go into 60? Well, 4 times. Okay, 4 times 15 is 60. 0, so your answer is 0.4. Well, 0.4 is not the answer. I'm sorry, 0.4 is the increase. Okay, now you're going to get 0.4 and you're going to turn it into a percentage. I'm sorry, 0.4 is not the increase. Guys, I'm sorry, I'm pretty tired today. 0.4 is not the increase. 0.4 is your answer, but it's asking you for a percentage. So you're going to get 0.4, and how do you turn it into a percent? You're going to go twice to the right. Okay, eliminate the decimal. Went back here and put your percentage. So your answer is 40%. Okay, so I want you to go ahead and do the same thing here on your own. I am going to give you the answer. I'm going to pause it and then I'm going to continue. I want you to do it. So try to do it right now. What is the difference between 12 and 48? Put it in the top. That's going to be your numerator. Divided by your 12. Do your division. And I'm going to give you the answer in 1 second. So pause this video now. Okay, so hopefully when you paused it, you actually did it on your own and you saw that it was 36. That's the difference. Divided by the 12, which is your original, gave you 3. And then you're going to move the decimal 2 times to the right to get the percentage, and it's 300. And we did this one in class. So go ahead and do the rest. Now, the next one is the percentage of decrease. I'm not going to do an example of this because do this one on your own. This is how you guys should be doing your homework. Try to do it on your own here. With the rules that I gave you, it's the same exact rules. Now, if you do not get this answer, now you know that you have to do something different and see if you get this answer. That's what these examples are for. So go ahead and do the example. Okay, follow the same exact rules and make sure you get 81%. All right, now I'm going to show you in the bottom. This is something we kind of did in class, but you guys were a little confused about it. And I'm just going to tell you what the rules are. Go ahead and study these notes. When you want to find a new amount when given a percentage of change. Now, this is the rule. When I ask you, increase, let's say you're shopping for something that costs $20 and you're leaving a 6% tip, okay? That is going to increase your amount, correct? So typically you get the amount times 0.06, which is 6%, and then you add that. Well, when you're increasing, there's an easier way. Let's say you're given 8% increase, which is 0.08. All you have to do is multiply your amount, your money, your original number, whatever it is, whatever amount is given, you multiply it by 1.08, and that is going to give you your total. That's going to give you your total plus the percentage, okay? So just remember to put a 1 in front. So if I say increase an amount, like in this example, increase $25 by 10%, I will get the $25 times, well, 10% as a decimal is 0.1, correct? Because you're going boom, boom. So it's 0.10 or just 0.1. Well, you're going to add a 1 in front of it because that 1 is going to be 25. So it's just going to add it for you. So it's 25 times 1.1, and that's going to give you your total in one step. Okay? Now, when you're decreasing, when you get questions like this that say 200 books and it did a 75% decrease, you could either do it in 2 steps. You can multiply by 0.75, and then that answer you deduct it, you subtract it from 200, or this is the rule on that. When you're decreasing, okay, remember percentage is always out of 100. If it says you're decreasing by 75%, well, what is 75% deducted from 100? What are you left with? Well, you're left with 25%. So if you have 200 books, let's say you have 200 books, and you're going down by 75%, you're decreasing, well, what are you left with? If you're losing 75%, you're only left with 25%. So that's going to give you what you have left. So you could do 200 times. Now, you never ever multiply by a percentage. You first have to make it into a decimal. So it's 200 times 0.25. And that's going to give you your answer. Okay, let's look at another one on decreasing. You have 160 bananas. You have 160 bananas, okay, 160 bananas. And you are decreasing by 20%, which means you're losing 20%. You're decreasing by 20%. So if you're going to lose 20%, how much are you going to keep? Well, if you're only losing 20%, that means you're keeping 80%, right? Because 80 and 20 is your whole entire thing. It's 160. So you're going to just multiply this by, remember, you can never multiply by a percentage, change it into a decimal by 0.8. And that is going to give you your answer. Okay, so when you're increasing, you're going to get your percentage. So if you're increasing, let's say increasing by 6%, you're actually just going to multiply the number by 1.06. Now, let's say you're decreasing by 6%. Well, do 100 minus 6, that's going to be 94, right? So you're actually going to multiply by 94%. Because if you're decreasing, think of it as losing. So if you're losing 6%, how much are you keeping? Well, if you're losing 6%, you're keeping 94%. Okay? So I know this is a little bit complex, but you will get it. We're going to keep on practicing tomorrow on this. Hopefully, this will help you answer these questions. And if you do try and you answer these questions, then tomorrow's class is going to be a lot easier. All right, guys, thanks.